So usually if somebody's moved by it or has a poem that girls want to love. But I've seen women leave lovers in countries and kingdoms of comfort just for the chance to sleep unbothered, to bathe unwatched, to waltz around apartments all on their own, wearing nothing but lipstick, the color of nice. It's one of those short poems. Yes.
It just came from a great time for meditation, like a sacred space. It's not just a ritual, it's a space that holds you, like a child is held in the womb by the mother. To remember who you are in the midst of chaos, you will find your strength and clarity. By and by, you gain immense joy and peace of your own. Like drops of rain is gathered into the vessel where the entire cosmos starts flowing within you. That you understand that you are never alone, that there is beauty and purpose and grace and intelligence in your presence on earth. The intelligence that holds the stars in the sky is alive within you. Take time to nurture this. As you nurture this, something strengthens within you. You walk like an empress, having the whole of universe within. This is true benediction and true empowerment, true understanding of you, who you are.
Managed by Robert Frost.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice.
The mint. But somehow whenever I read it, I think of something else. Like say, I feel like fire represents anger, and ice represents sort of a dispassionate, like being cold.
So the book is done. When we finish, they finish writing the last letter of the book. It no longer matters what the author intends, because you are rewriting the book as you're reading it. So, and I think, and that is how I approach literature and art, and I think it allows you to look at a piece of art, a piece of poetry, and make the sense that you think it means to you, because art is personal.
The eyes of the bottomless emptiness of my soul every single day. So I invited her over for coffee. We argued, laughed, cried, and talked. Asked her, what should I call you? She looked back and said, call me by your name, because I am you and one. The moon silent gaze, as its silver light our timeless grace. The raindrops
Please louder, little bit more.
beneath the full light, full moon silent gaze, and its silver light, a timeless blaze. The raindrops fell like love's own wine, unexpected as your hands found a red stream. No word spoken, but quiet held its way, and I longed for was the night to not drift away.
No love, you have to come a little from. Okay. That's what I mentioned.
If you don't mind, could you read it like once?
And now feel unrooted, heart somehow caught between the past I knew and all the roles that often knew. Will there be trees, butterflies, flowers are loved in the golden light? Will I still touch the earth, the rain, or lose myself, not remain? Here I found the peace I seek, soft whispers where the wild roots speak. The space gave healing, made me whole, a home that cradled my heart and soul. I found me, found love, became love, held by earth and the sky, and sky above. The witness to all was this space, its breath, its rhythm, its quiet embrace. My heart stops the thought to leave, yet winds will call, and time will be. For change alone is constant here, a path unknown yet crystal clear. The sun will set, the tides will turn, the stars will shift, the fires burn. But in this space my soul still sings, woven deep in nature's strings. The trees will whisper all I was, the flowers bloom with love I pass. And through my steps might fade in the sand, may fade in sand, and the roots, the sky, the land. And Gopika Ramkumar.
Very nice. Trees. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment, and never hurry through the world, slowly and bow often. Around me, the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while," the branches. And then I call again. It's simple, they say, and into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light and to shine. I graduated yesterday, and
summer all year.
Summer?
Summer all year.
Summer all year. Okay.
I had not slept well because it was very hot, and even the fans were not actually effective in driving me to sleep. And I just could not get enough rest at all. And I was very irritated the next day. And that's why even swimming in the pool that we have did not quell my thirst for a better climate and more, that state of peace, happiness, and finally that all this is going.
1 second. Can you guys please come ahead? There are people sitting.
During this night, last night, I didn't sleep well. Then I thought I might just get a glass of lemon. Summer all year. I sip my lemon juice and look outside. Once more, I notice that climate does not abide by the seasons of summer, winter, and monsoon. It is very hot at morning, evening, and noon. We switch on our ACs and manage to survive. A stark contrast to the unfortunate, barely alive. Their hung work under the sun. They cannot eat until their job is done. Every time we push ourselves to go out in the climate that we have now come to know, we all do realize this was not unforeseen. It has become hostile as how we have been. We have bought and spent cars and petrol. We have ignored our carbon footprint and its effects as a whole. We have damaged the ozone layer and in it made holes in making Earth an oven. We have all played vital roles. We all can see the future that we shall face. Yet a few, a precious few, their voice they do raise. They tell us that the now familiar heat problems are the salient features of the not so far future for us ungrateful creatures.
it's real, and the amount of memes we get out of it.
See, I don't know much about politics, but it seems to me that politicians just ignore them and just try to, think that it's a gradual change. So people will just get over it. But then finally, when we start realizing, and finally when we get to that point where it's actually visible, it's become completely blaming other people and the public itself. So that is why we need to start giving responsibility gradually before it's not too late and take matters into our own hands.
Why did you be there? Parents never have to worry. The one who's calm and never got. I'm also the eldest daughter. The one who puts everyone above. The one who feels she's hard to love. So, will she find someone who loves her like breathing? A love so effortless, calm, gentle, true, and soothing? Or will she be left with a heart that's grieving, a heart always chasing, yet never receiving? What are the second?
Once upon a midnight rain, while I ponder, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as for someone gently rapping at my chamber door. Just some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. I mean, if I don't read the whole thing.
If you talk a little slow, if you give me new reasons for love to not go, if you stop noticing the difference between you and all, if you say you taught me how to, I will climb out on my own. Maybe you could walk me through this, somewhere the wind won't blow. If you ignore all the chatter and just say things I already know, if you trust that solitude won't turn me to stone, I will fight the darkness and not let the heat burn a hole. Maybe you could call after me and ask me to not look back. Don't swallow the disappointment. My eyes will never understand. Maybe you could age with me. If I hold hands with the clock, you could wait for me to turn grey, even if it feels like stumbling on rocks. Maybe you could sit by the shore if the sea wants to take us and move. With you I can be anywhere. With you I can be.
Does a caterpillar know it will eventually become a butterfly? But I wonder, does a butterfly remember that it was once a caterpillar? Temptingly, I wonder which one I am. They say I will become a butterfly. I say I'm too tired to care. I don't want your apples. I'll pick them myself, so deliciously red, from my own apple tree. As I pick them up in my hazy orchard and the sun gets tired, I'll watch the caterpillars eat my apples and eventually take flight. I hope they remember me.
And while this new paper is perfectly ample, it remains outright slow. And while it is a canvas for better example, this perfect new paper came at a heftier bill. This paper is too easy to resent. You are so easy to resent because you are so content. With yellowed out pages and words turned gray, page after page tattered and frayed, like the woman that handed them down to you and the woman that came before her too. You are so infuriatingly content with so very little. You are so maddeningly fulfilled by things so simple. I am mortified by this envy because my God, do I have plenty. Sitting opposite from you, I have built libraries, I have expertise, I've drawn new degrees. But in that first flourish of the flimsy book in your hands, there is warmth, there is familiarity, and there is ease. Perhaps in entering a chapter that asks of me to write, I have forgotten how to read. An obsession has grown in me to learn every word as if it were a case to plead. A handful, a squeeze, a smidgen, a dash, and that it never quite measured the same in your hands, for your trials and your failures, for your shame and your angst. What I wouldn't do for your infantile troubles, what I wouldn't do never to have left your bubble. Treasure the book you hold, kid, for the day will come when you have one of your own, and it will come with its demands, but by then you will have grown. Do not seek after everything I have owned, for everything you sold, I now yearn, and jealousy is an ugly emotion.
In Rome, Italy, many moons ago, and the idea I think that's coming through is looking at this city, this beautiful city, like food itself, like the first meal of the new year, and kind of associating, I think I was very hungry actually, and associating the city itself with a kind of, continental breakfast. So that's sort of, you'll hear in the words, it's meant to be very visual, and there's a play on the words to talk about breakfast food, okay? So that's off the rooftop, landing on a line of cars, sharp pieces of shine pulp splatter in my eyes. I go yoke blind. My feet read street braille. The chewed firecrackers and cheese confetti spell we had yummy fun last night. A warm coffee breeze agrees as it walks me home and sobers up the air of an open bottle. I reek of party, the city's perfume. A potent, dirty sweet
with the allure of graffiti. Every wall around here sprayed, scenting discontent and creative will. One big hungry grumble for change, for thrill. And that's it. The aroma of a new year cooking.
Burned, they say, flesh and soul burning, wounds lay bleeding, tired beyond imagination. Covered in ashes, I lay still, I let it be, I let it burn slowly. Because the fire is from the effulgence within, burning all that wasn't meant to be. This fire is not destructing, this is rebuilding. From ashes to blood and bones, building a new me that can soar like the phoenix, to touch the highest skies and dive the deepest seas to bring me back to me.